don't know who needs to hear this, but no one know what they're doing. Okay, we're all just trying to figure it out, because in your 20s, a lot of us, we don't got it like that, baby. We are just making it by, okay? And some of us are not. So make sure that you get enough sleep. It's good for your emotional well-being, because if you're crashing out, it's probably because you don't have enough sleep, girl. Love is not enough. And I know you might be thinking, but I love him. Girl, no. Girl, no.
Good luck on them 20-somethings. Good luck on them 20-somethings. But God bless them 20-somethings. So God bless, so God bless, so God bless. So.
Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to be talking about the life lessons that I learned in my 20s. I was just reflecting on this the other day, and I was just like, you know what, why don't I make a video about this? So that's exactly what I'm going to be talking about. I'm going to keep looking down at my phone just because I'm going to be looking at some of the notes that I made while I was reflecting on this. Alright, so the first thing that I want to talk about is no one is coming to save you. You have to be able to take full responsibilities for everything that's happening in your 20s. Because if you don't, you're always going to be blaming it, and you're not going to be able to change your life. Once you start to take responsibility for what is happening in your life, that's when you can make the changes that you need to make, so that you can pivot and have the results that you want to have. Number 2, confidence comes from action. When you first start doing something, you're not always going to be confident about it. But as you keep going, and the more that you keep doing it, the more confident you're going to become in it. So don't be afraid to try new things, and just take action, and the confidence will follow through as you keep showing up for yourself and keep taking the actions that you need to take in order to improve. 3, learn how to communicate. In our society, we always talk about like learning to make money, learning new skills for your job, but learn how to communicate. Communication is gonna be important for all of your relationship in your 20s. Whether you're working, whether you have a romantic relationship, your family, your friends, you're gonna have to learn how to communicate. And as an adult, I think that's a skill that we do not teach early on. We don't teach children how to communicate their feelings properly, and so children becomes adults. So then they become the people in the workplace that don't know how to communicate. And a lot of the things that you want, you may not know it, but a lot of things that you do want in life comes from communicating, and communicating properly. What else? Learn to be disciplined. Now, discipline is not always easy, because you're going to have moments that you don't feel like doing something. And you're going to have to learn how to be disciplined, because as adults, you always going to have to do something that you don't want to do. But you have to have the discipline to do it anyways, and have that mindset like, you know what, I may not like what I'm doing right now, but I'm going to like the results later, so let me just keep going. 5, no one actually knows what they're doing. All right, I don't know who needs to hear this, but no one know what they're doing. Okay, we're all just trying to figure it out. We're all really children in these adult roles, just trying to figure out day by day. So I'm not saying don't listen to people, because there are people that have wisdom, that have experience to be able to teach us certain things. But sometimes you're gonna have to go with your gut instincts, and you're gonna have to follow your intuition, because there's just some things in life that some people might not be able to help you with. Like for me, I'll give an example. For me, during COVID, trying to find a job during that era was really tough. Being in your 20s, going through a pandemic, being new into a field, and not knowing how to navigate it through COVID, guess what? I asked a lot of people that had a lot more experience. I went to networking events, and they really didn't have any advice for me on how to pivot during COVID, what should I do, because that's something they never went through. And I think a lot of times, being a millennial, we went through a lot of stuff that the other generations didn't have to deal with. So, and I'm just saying that as an example. Some things you're just really gonna have to learn how to figure out yourself, and just trust that God got you. All right. Oh yeah, and I don't know, this is on my spirit. Sometimes you have those moments in your life where no one really knows, because God put you in that position for no one to figure it out but you. God wanted to grow your faith so much that he was just like, you know what? I'm not gonna let her or let him find the answers through another human. They have to find the answers through me. Ooh, okay, that's a word now. So sometimes if you're going through something and you realize that no one can give you the answers, it's probably because God wants you to seek him, or God is trying to grow your faith in something. So he's trying to grow your faith. So if you're going through that, and I don't know who this is for, because was really on my, I was about to move on to the next topic, y'all, but this was on my heart. So I don't know if that's for somebody, but if you're really going through something and you can't find the answers anywhere else, the answer is in God, baby. It's in God. All right, now I think I can move on. Damn, okay. What was that? Okay, so 6, do not be afraid to experiment. And this just piggyback off of what I was already saying. Don't be afraid to experiment. Sometimes we are in our comfort zone, and sometimes we need to get out of our comfort zone, whether that's visiting another country, visiting another city. Don't be uncomfortable with experimenting new things, because as you experiment new things, you're gonna find yourself. You're gonna find the things that are aligns with you, and the things that might not align with you. And as you experiment, you're gonna be shedding off old things, old parts of you that no longer serves you. And experimenting give you a chance to rediscover certain areas of you that you may not have known about. I think us as humans, we have so many layers to us. There's so much to us that we haven't even experienced yet. And that's because we do the same things over and over again. And we get stuck in a routine that we forget to experiment and to open up other parts of us. So yeah, don't be afraid to experiment in your 20s. You may not be financially free yet, but that does not mean you cannot take the steps to become financially free. And I say this because in your 20s, a lot of us, we don't got it like that, baby. We are just making it by, okay? And some of us are not, but if you have a good support, I would say lean on your support system. But save if you can. Like, save. You don't have to save to the point where you can't do anything else, like, because of course in your 20s have fun, but try to save $10 a day, $5 a day, and you'll be surprised, it will add up, you know. Or, you know, if you can't do a day, then do a week, $5 a week or something like that. Just get in a habit. It's not about the amount that you save, it's about getting in that habit, because as you get older, you're going to have more financially. And also it shows God, like, you know what, God, you could trust me with the $5 that I'm saving. So as you become a good steward of what you have right now, because you have made that a practice in your 20s, when you start to make bigger and bigger incomes, you already have that habit of saving that it's gonna be like second nature to you. So don't worry about the amount that you're saving, worry about the habit. That's what you should focus on. Also, number 8, burnout does catch up with you. Okay, it's gonna catch up with you. So please make sure that you get your sleep. A lot of us are different. Some people don't need 8 hours of sleep. Some people may need 6, 7, 8. Well, from what I've seen, you know, I have been seeing some stuff around the internet that's been saying that women need more sleep than men, and I think that's true because we got a lot going on as women. So make sure that you get enough sleep. It's good for your emotional well-being, because if you're crashing out, it's probably because you don't have enough sleep, girl. If you're, you know, emotional, you know, you just want to burst out in tears, it's probably because you're not getting enough sleep. Get the rest that you need. It's good for your well-being. You're gonna feel rejuvenated. You know, when you wake up in the morning, try to do your to-do list it as early as you can, and then whatever you don't get done, it's okay, you could just do it tomorrow. But make sure that you get enough sleep, because as you get older, trust me, it is going to catch up with you. Consistency compounds. Whether it's fitness, business, your finances, like I was saying, you know, with the $10 a day, $10 a week, whatever you want to do, consistency is going to compound. Right now, whatever you're doing, you may think like, oh, this is nothing, I don't know. You may think that what you're doing is not going to lead you to anywhere, but if you be consistent 10-20 years from now and you're still doing that same thing, it's going to pay off. So just continue going, keep going. You may not see the results in a few months, but keep going. All right, keep going, keep being consistent. Do the internal work. Take the time to heal from your childhood trauma. Although this is a lifelong journey, you know, address some of the issues that you went through, because you do not want to be 40 years old, 50 years old, even 30 years old. You don't want to get to that point and you don't like what you see in the mirror. You're bitter, you're just not a light. Your aura is off. You don't want to get to that point as you get older. So if you can, take the time to heal, take the time to talk to God about traumas that you dealt with. Take the time to do that, because you want to make sure that you're shedding off those dead weights. Because sometimes, like, when we don't take the time to heal, you're holding on to things and you're carrying it, and those things become heavy, and you don't want to walk around, you know, with heavy weights and you throwing it at people. Because sometimes, a lot of times, you know, if you ever see a woman that's like, you know, bitter and she's just going through a lot, she has not took the time to heal. She has not taken the time to address her trauma. So make sure that you address your trauma, address all of that, so that you could be a healthy version for yourself and for other people in society. All right, let's see. You won't always feel ready to make the changes that you need to make, you know. And don't wait until you are ready. Sometimes you may just have to do stuff cold turkey. Sometimes you don't have the time to wait until I'm ready, because if you wait until you're ready, honestly, you may not ever do it. Like, in life, there's always going to be things that pop up. You know, you might think that you're too young right now, but as you get older, you might have children, you might become a wife, you might have more responsibility at your work, and then you don't have the time. Like, right now, you may say, you know, I can't do this, I don't have the money for it. Then you get older, you have money, but you have no time. So you just have to make things work. You might have to struggle a little bit. You might have to do it afraid. You might have to do it with no money. You might have to do it with no support. You just might just have to do it. And there's no cookie cutter way to say this, but you're gonna have to forget all of that and just do it, you know. Because at the end of the day, it's not about feeling ready. It's about just diving into your purpose and doing what you gotta do. Because sometimes your purpose is not for yourself, it's connected to other people. So just go for it. Whether you're ready, whether you're not, whether you have all the wisdom, have all the knowledge, or you don't, just do it. All right, this one is more so about relationship. Love is not enough. And I know you might be thinking, but I love him. Girl, no. Girl, no. Okay, and I'm definitely talking to my younger version of myself in my 20s, love is not enough. And let me say it again. Love is not enough. You know, you may love someone, but as you get older, because you're gonna change. The woman that you are at 20 from 28, not the same. It's not gonna be the same person. Two different people. So that means that the man that you were attracted to in your 20 might not be the same man that you're attracted to at 28. So please keep that in mind as you are dating. And I say this for the girlies that are in long-term relationship. Please keep that in mind, because as you get older, you're going to evolve. And I'm not going to say like just because you're dating someone right now, you guys are not going to be together. I'm not saying that. I don't know your situation. But all I'm saying is that if it no longer aligns, let it go. Because what you're going to be doing is you're going to be moving forward with a relationship that's no longer aligned. It had an expiration date. And some relationships, that's just how it is. Like, it's not that person's a bad person. You know, like I said, I don't know your situation. Maybe that person is a good person, but he or she is just not your person. And that's okay. And when you realize that, please let go. Because you're going to be saving yourself a lot of heartache, a lot of wasted time by just moving forward. And once you do find that person, you're going to be happy that you let it go. And love is not enough. You have to look at someone's morals, someone's value, what type of lifestyle they want to live. All of that has to align. And that's why I think even in today's, when it comes to dating in today's era is a lot. But that's why I believe even when it comes to dating now, it's even harder, because I think that a lot of times people look at a lot of the surface level stuff, and a lot of times people look good on paper, but if you don't align, you just don't align. You just have to keep it pushing until you find the right person that aligns. And when you find the right person that aligns, you will know it's in your mind, body, your soul. Everything you will feel aligned with that person. You know, if you ever feel like your body is rejecting someone, or your soul, your spirit is rejecting someone, that person's not for you. All right. So yeah, love is not enough. Your health is an investment. Please take the time to invest in your health now, because it will save you the trouble as you get older. Make sure you go to your doctor's appointment. Make sure you go to the gym, take your vitamins, drink water. Just listen to your body. Like, if something don't feel right, don't be afraid to go to the doctors. Book that doctor's appointment. Make sure you have health care. If you don't have health care, make sure you put money aside, so that when you do go to the doctor's office, you can make that payment. Nowadays, it's a lot of stuff that's just going around, but just make sure that you pay attention to your body. Make sure that you get the test. Sometimes a doctor might tell you, oh, this is how it should be. And yes, they're doctors, they're very skilled people. I would never take that away. They went to school for a lot of years to study what they study, but you know your body. So if something does not feel right, make sure that you speak up for yourself. You advocate for your health. That's very important, especially as women. We have to advocate for our health. And just fight for your health, because once you don't have your health, your quality of life is kind of hard to do certain things. Like, if we're not healthy, we can't go to work, we can't enjoy life. I know for me, even when I got a little cold and my appetite's gone, I'm like, damn, I can't enjoy food the same way. So just make sure that you take care of your health, because being healthy just helps you to enjoy life to the fullest. So do not take that for granted, and invest in your health. All right. 15. You can change your life in a year. You'll be surprised how much you can get done in a year. But you just have to be intentional about it. You have to set goals. Set smart goals. Make sure that you're specific, that your goals are measurable. I'm not gonna lie, I forgot the acronym for SMART goals. But just make sure that you're intentional with your goals. Make sure that you put God, you align your goals with what God wants for your life, and only you can know that. If you when you talk to God, just talk to him about your goals, talk to him about the visions and the plans that you want. And then also, not even when you talk to him, listen to him, let him download things into you, so that way you can get new revelations. Because God has plans for us. Like, we do not know the plans that God has for us. So just make sure that you align your goals with what God wants for your life. All right. But you could definitely change your life in a year if you pray about it, if you're intentional, if you put the work behind it. All right. Now 16, detach from the outcome. And I know this might sound like the opposite of what some of the stuff that I said, but put in the work, but don't keep watching the work, if that makes sense. Like, just keep going. Don't worry about what you did yesterday. Oh, like, I'll use this as an analogy. Okay, so you plant a seed into the ground, and now, since you planted that seed yesterday, okay, but you still watching that seed, like, you just staring at the seed like, did it grow? Did it grow an inch? Did it grow an inch? Don't do that. Like, just plant the seed and keep it pushing. Go about your day. Have faith, of course, that the seed is gonna grow into a large, beautiful plant, but don't keep watching your harvest. Go about your day. Enjoy your life. Don't sit there just watching it. Because I feel like a lot of the times we're watching it and we're like, oh, it's taking too long. It's taking too long. Girl, you planted that seed yesterday. Just chill. Just chill. It's gonna be all right. Don't keep watching it. Don't worry about the outcomes. Just focus on doing the work. Have fun. Enjoy your life. Enjoy the moment that you're in, because you're not gonna get this moment back. I know a lot of celebrities, they talk about, like, the grind. Oh, when I was putting in that grind, when I was putting that grind, when I was putting that work. Not just celebrities, but like, people that have businesses and stuff, they remember those times. And it's funny, because when I hear them talk about, like, those times when they were grinding, when they was, like, trying to make their dream happen, a lot of them have the spark in their eyes, and they're just so excited about that time. So don't just keep trying to watch your harvest. Like, and still take the time to enjoy life. Seize the moment, because you're not going to get that moment back. I'm sure they appreciate where they are now, but it's just something about those times, that when you're hustling, you're trying to make it happen, it's something humbling about it. And even I remember watching Beyonce's documentary, and she had invited, like, these dancers from Mozambique, I think, from a part of Africa. She invited them, and she remember watching them dance and how they did not want to leave the set. And she got teary eyed, because she was just like, damn, I remember when we didn't want to leave the set, and we were just so amazed by what we just did. So take in those moments and seize those moments. Don't just worry about the outcome. Focus on the moment. Focus how you're feeling. Focus on the fun that you're having, making your dream a reality. So yeah, that's why I would say, just detach from the outcome. And that goes to my next point. Find happiness in the little things. A lot of times life is about ups and downs. One minute we're up, one minute we're down. You just never know where life is going to take you. So find happiness in the smallest things. Like, if you have a bed to go home to, like, and it's cold, it's snowing where you are, be excited about that. Be excited. Look, I got a bed to go home to. Like, I'm excited. Maybe you had a crappy day at work, but you know what? You got a warm bed that you about to go home to. You about to watch Netflix in that warm bed. So be happy about that. Be happy that you're able to afford to buy shoes to put on your feet. There's people that are homeless walking outside barefoot. So be happy for shoes that you can afford to buy shoes. Well, for me, I just got a new whip, so I'm happy about that. Like, I'm happy that I'm able to drive. I'm happy that I live in Florida. Like, you know, I'll have to see snow. So, but it's always something that you could be excited about, that you could be happy about. So find happiness in the little things, and it's gonna keep you going, even on those days that you don't feel, even on those days, you know, you don't feel like yourself. You're a little down. All right. What else? Do not continue crashing out. Learn, and this is a lot for the women. Learn how to control your emotions. You don't want to be that girl that's always just crashing out because you're having a bad day or something upset you. Learn how to control your emotions and not take it out on other people, because they ain't got shit to do. Excuse my French. I'm trying to stop cursing on these videos, but just learn how to control your emotions. Like, if you need a minute, just let other people know, like, hey, you know, depending on who the person is, hey, I'm having a bad day, I just need a minute, I'll get back to you, just give me one moment. And that goes back to learning how to communicate when you're not feeling yourself, and that you may need time, instead of lashing out on people. So yeah, just don't be a crash out, because, you know, maybe in your 20s you're not seeing the consequences of that, but baby, when you turn 30 and 40s and you still crashing out, that is not cute. And that just shows that you haven't matured yet, and you still have some growing up to do. So learn how to control your emotions. And yeah, that's all that I have. Let me know if there's anything else that you have learned in your 20s. You could put it down in the comment below. Let me know if you have any questions about some of the things that you're going through in your 20s. If you feel comfortable, you know, put it down in the comments below. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. I appreciate you, and I'll see you next time.
How you ain't say you was moving forward. Honesty hurts when you're getting older. I gotta say I miss the way